an extraordinary Italian beef sandwich kit, and it's from a brand called Happy to Meet You. What you should know about this brand is you won't find it in a grocery store.
Nope.
You're only going to find it in restaurants if you happen to be in the Windy City
Yep.
or here. That's it. So they bring us the extraordinary meats that they provide to those fancy steakhouses in Chicago, and they bring them to us. But what are you doing right now, Scott Fisher?
dip.
This is
That's
the
the
dip.
dip.
This
What
is
are you creating
I'm
on an
baptizing
Italian
that
beef?
sandwich. So this is how we do it in Chicago. We take our slow roasted and steamed premium sirloin that's been cooked for 18 hours. We dip it in the au jus that we extract from the cooking process.
You get the au jus.
You get
Yes.
the au jus, and then we put it on an authentic, high-protein roll baked in
Yes.
Chicago from the Toronto Baking Company.
Excellent.
And then, for those who've never experienced this, I know half the people can't pronounce it, but
Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
It's the best.
It means
Jardiniere.
garden in a jar.
Garden in a jar.
And so what we do is we put the jardiniere, and it's got the oil and the crunchy veg. And just look at this. And this, you know that famous, you know that show The Bear that's on? It's all the rage.
Yes.
This is what it was built around, a Chicago
Oh my
Italian
gosh.
beef shop.
We love The Bear.
Isn't it great?
Great
Look
series.
at that. I mean, you can build a sandwich faster than you can find parking in Chicago.
Oh my
Absolutely
gosh, you're right
So
about
let
that.
me share with you what you're getting in this kit, because you're going to be able to make multiple sandwiches with this kit. You're going to receive 2.5 pounds of the medium rare Italian beef.
Yep.
2.5 pounds. Then you're going to receive 8 of the 8 ounce, we're going to receive, 8 ounces of that Kraft Jardiniere, which really is pickled vegetables, just
Correct.
so that you know that. And then 8 of these gorgeous Toronto French rolls and 2 pounds of the au jus. So that's not anything that you need to make or craft or figure out and follow some instructions. Nope. All of this comes to you in this Italian beef sandwich kit. It's 5 easy payments of $24. Of course, shipping and handling is free. We'd love to see. So this is how
So
it
let me
comes.
show. Yeah. So this is
And
how
then-
you're going to get it at home,
Yeah.
Rachel.
Okay.
This
Here's-
is
Oh, wait.
outrageous.
You got one coming.
This is a sandwich.
That's a sandwich.
Right, this is a true sandwich. Now, that's how the meat comes,
Correct.
right?
Now look, it's all shrunken in this little itty bitty living space. But when you open this up, you want to let it breathe. You are going to have 2.5 pounds of beef.
Correct.
What you want to do is when the beef is out, now you can cook according to how many numbers of people you're serving. This is what the beef, let me show you what the beef looks like. Look at this.
Yes.
When have you seen
Shaved,
sirloin thin that I could tear this? Watch this, how delicate this is. There's no tugging, there's no pulling. You can bite into this and eat it from end to end. Very, very delicate.
And
but
is it just the thinly sliced that makes it Italian beef, or what makes it
no,
Italian
it
beef?
is the seasoning,
It's
the
this-
Italian seasoning blend that we put on the beef before and while we're roasting it.
Right.
Then it's extracted from the juices. So all you have to do, you have to remember, this beef is already cooked. And Rachel, I'm going to make you a sandwich.
Yep.
I'm going to take one portion size out. I'm going to dip it in the beef. Now, if you have a big party, you can take all 2.5 pounds and put it all in your au jus
All in the au
and just
jus.
serve, as we
Okay.
did to some of our friends here today. But I recommend letting it just sit out, let it breathe.
Yeah, I like this method.
And then you build your own sandwich. Let me get a plate so I don't go over. And then we're going to build, in just 30 seconds in the au jus, makes and creates the authentic Chicago Italian beef. You know, the cheesesteaks here in Philly, right? This is the cousin to the cheesesteak in Chicago, the Italian beef. And now what I'm going to do is,
And sometimes they call them a dip.
A dip,
In Los
yeah.
Angeles, they're like and you're about to.
and that's what I'm going to do,
Yeah.
because these rolls that are fresh baked rolled by hand by the Toronto Baking Company in Chicago. They're the same bakery that provides all of our Chicago restaurants the bread.
Okay. Yep.
And then
And
like
put the
want a little
jardiniere in.
Yep.
It's so good because it gives you this like
Right.
salty, tangy,
Crunch.
crunchy.
And
Yep.
what is
Yeah.
what's in the jardiniere?
So the jardiniere,
And what
we
is it
have,
exactly?
it's pickled veggies. So
What-
it's a little bit of celery, carrots.
Okay.
There's some olives in
Some
there.
olives. So it's like a muffalato. If you go to New Orleans, you have like a muffalato sandwich. So take a bite of that,
We're
Rachel.
supposed to take
And
small,
you're
teeny bites.
Yeah, but this is this is Chicago. This is get your hands dirty.
There's no bite that's small
No.
on this sandwich.
No. And again,
It is a
we're
big
giving
bite
you
sandwich.
the whole experience. And this is the same restaurant quality that we supply to our beef shops. We supply to the #1 beef shop in Chicago. So unless you get a plane ticket and head our way, this is the next
Wow.
to
I
do
gotta
it.
let everyone know what's going on.
Okay.
Yep.
We're busy on the phones.
Mm-hmm.
QVC.com or your mobile apps. Here's what's going on. We do not have a lot of
No.
these, okay?
No.
If you want it, you're gonna get, it's 3 pounds or 2 pounds?
2.5 pounds of beef.
Yep.
2.5 pounds of the beef.
2.5 pounds
How
of
many
au jus.
rolls do we get?
You get 8.
8 rolls.
Yep.
You get 2.5 pounds of au jus, and you get, of course, the jardiniere. By the way, it makes the sandwich.
does.
It makes
You've
the
got to
sandwich.
try it. Now,
You
go ahead.
cannot have the sandwich without the jardiniere, in my mind.
$24
You gotta
gets it
have it.
home on Easy Pay, free shipping to your house anywhere in the country. You know, I will say this, Scott's sandwich kits always sell out. Corned
do.
beef sandwich kits sell out. This always sells out. If you want it, and when we sell it out, it takes us a long time to get it back.
Alberti, it was a year and a half since we had this on
Yeah.
last.
Wow.
A year
It takes
and
a long
half.
time.
And speaking of that, can we talk about?
Yeah.
I know we get 8 of the Toronto rolls,
Yes.
the Toronto, rolls, Scott. But is that really simply 8 servings, or can we cut these in half?
You
or
can
what's
cut these
your
in half,
recommendation?
especially if you have a lot of
For
people and you
game
just
day?
want for game day. Absolutely. Look, this is plenty big. This is actually we were cutting these sandwiches in half today for our friends here, and it was more than enough. I promise you. You can stretch this. Now, one thing you can do when you get this home, you're going to see a lot of beef in 2.5 pounds. Take a Ziploc baggie. Throw portion sizes in a Ziploc, toss it in your freezer 1 year in your freezer.
Oh my gosh.
that's
that's
So
nice.
you can portion that out to how you want it.
Or maybe using a food saver.
Or use a food saver or lock and lock.
And talk to us about the medium rare. Why medium and rare? And is somebody, if somebody wants it cooked more or what have you, tell me the story behind medium
So
rare.
the reason we do medium rare is because we don't want you to get an overcooked, dried out piece of meat. The happy to meet you difference is that we do everything fresh and fast. So when we cook this, we do it to a medium rare. We want you to heat up the au jus, not to a rapid boil, it's to
No.
a slow simmer. And you just delicately toss it around in the au jus, and you're gonna have the freshest, most tender bite in the world.
Is this
How
the
about if you
warm-
finish this
warm
sandwich? Because I know folks are going to want to know
Now-
exactly how they're making it.
yeah.
Remember, 2.5 pounds of that Italian beef that's already fully cooked for you. You could actually put some of that just on one of your charcuterie boards,
yeah,
to be perfectly
you
honest.
could.
And go ahead.
Now, I just want to, for those of you that get this home, you're going to be blown away by this. I would take the oil from the jardiniere. This is what I do at home. I take a little brush. I brush the top of the crust with the oil from the jardiniere. Pop it in my toaster oven for 5 minutes.
that sounds
and it gets
That
this.
sounds
it gets
amazing.
crusty, but the bread becomes really tender. Then build your sandwich, or make these into little garlic breads. Then build. You have a garlic Italian beef, which is big in Chicago. Top it with mozzarella
Wait, which is
cheese.
big in Chicago.
A cheesy beef is huge in
So
Chicago.
how do you do the cheese? How do you add cheese to this?
You
Cheese
take
first,
you
right?
take cheese first, mozzarella.
What
take
cheese,
the,
Mozz?
I use Mozz.
Okay.
Provolone.
Mozz provolone.
Okay.
And then you take the hot beef from a 30-second dunk, literally, and then put it back on, and it melts the cheese.
then we're gonna dip.
And oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
So let you know, it's 5 easy payments of $24. Shipping and handling is free. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Scott.
Rachel.
Really
Thank you so much,
appreciate it.
Scott. We love you,
Nice
Scott
to see you.
Fisher.
We'll see you at the dinner.
Pick up that sandwich kit.
Thank you, everybody.
Chicago, baby.
Chicago.
That's a Chicago sandwich. Hey, did you hear that it's Foodie Fest weekend here at
Yes.
QVC, and we're giving you 5 easy monthly payments on